fucking look like me.
Is that a pigeon? I think it might have been. Today we're going to be testing Meta's new updated Muse Spark, which is Muse Spark 1.1. Now, I tested the original one when it came out, and I do have to say, I was actually rather impressed with it. It wasn't the most potent model on the block, but it was rather fun to play with, and it did end up making some enjoyable games. Right now, I am using this from within OpenCode, and I have given this a prompt that I ran with Fable 5 to create a game called Castle Time, but there's a lot of additional niche detail that this needs to include, and we'll get into that a bit later, but I do just want to start out by taking a quick look at the introduction post. Of course, this does seem like a significant leap in capability over its predecessor based off of what we see in these benchmark charts right here. Now, for the purpose of this, I'm going to, for this moment, ignore the other models here, but look at the base one and look at the jumping capability. On Deep SWE 1.1, it went from a 10 to a 53.3. SweBench Pro went up, not as much of a significant leap, but still, this does seem like a proper jump over its predecessor, and for that I am excited. Now, because this is compared to other models like 3.1 Pro High, which is old now, Opus 4.8 and GPT 5.6, I'm going to test this properly as I would were I testing any one of these. This will be getting no breaks or anything of the sort. This is a new entry into the frontier state-of-the-art model space. It will be very interesting as well to see how it compares to Grok 4.5. That is not included in the benchmark charts here, but doesn't matter. We can tell on vibes as well and things of the sort. So before we go further, please do feel free to subscribe as I do want that 100K plaque. And let's just take a quick look at some of the additional information in this announcement blog post. Although to be honest, it's a fairly light blog post in terms of the model announcement. It doesn't tell us a huge amount about it. It just basically talks a little about it, shows some demonstration and some benchmarks. So the feel for this will definitely be coming mostly from the testing. They do have this Meta internal coding bench where this is showing like just under Opus 4.8. Now let's take a look at some of the interesting things for at least development or API use of this model. It is price-wise very competitive, though I do need to say that with the caveat that I don't know where this sits in terms of what models it's competitive with from OpenAI or from Anthropic, so these prices may change depending on whether or not it's comparable to like Sonnet or Opus or something. So it's $1.25 per million in and $4.25 per million output tokens. They have some additional info here just pertaining to like using this as a developer. However, something interesting is the context window for this is listed at a bit over 1 million tokens. I don't have any specific tests that will really push its context window to that degree and see how well it does, but just having that over 1 million is pretty exciting, I would say. All right, so from within the web playground, I am going to be doing the browser OS just so we can run something a little more intricate at the same time in OpenCode, which is that Fable 5 game test that I have a result from Fable 5. And it was a lot of fun to play. All right, so in just under 15 minutes, Castle Time has been created. It is running apparently as well, so we can just hop right to there. Port 8087. I'm excited. All right, so let's check out the Muse Spark 1.1 Castle Time. Okay, I want to make sure that we do have sound. The speaker is on. It should be giving us some sound. All right.
Wake up, Chrono. I found it. The scroll your thesis was about. The one they say knows how to fold light.
Okay, so we have to continue. Let's look around in the bedroom. Okay, not bad. It has those vertical weird like LEDs that you sometimes see. All right, I'm just gonna AE to continue. It's designed to work with a little Bluetooth controller, but keyboard fallback as well. So like it doesn't seem like the keyboard fallback is working. That's nice. Why is it? Investigate the buzzing device on your desk. So we need to go over to it. Keyboard. E is supposed to work.
Wake up, Chrono. I found it. The scroll your thesis was about.
Where did it
The one
get
they
this
say
voice?
knows how to fold light.
Where did they get this voice? All right, I'm hitting E. You. Okay, I have a few choice words. Actually, I'm gonna be calm. I'm just giving it some follow-up, like the keyboard fallback is not working control-wise. I also, like, what is that voice? Let me take a look at some of these assets. Okay, wow. It's genuinely a single HTML file. The prompt doesn't say it needs to be. The other models have done this in significantly more files, so we'll see. All right, supposedly it fixed the keyboard not working properly, so...
Wake up, Chrono. I found it. The scroll your thesis was about. The one they say knows how to fold light.
Okay. Just please let me, like... E. Okay. Why can't I interact with anything? A. E. Click. Space. I even have the controller hooked in, and it's not doing anything. Okay, like, why do the keyboard? Okay, you know what? We're gonna come back to this. In the meantime, let's do our browser OS test. It's not funny. I'm just all right. So here's our browser OS test. Okay, it did it in 549 lines of code, and it started out by spoiling the GTA game, which is infuriating. Though I'm going to say the rest of this is quite acceptable. Clock is correct. I won't spend as much time on these. I know they're a little outdated. It didn't include a right click, which is surprising. Breach, off or on. That's probably a special feature, so we'll save that for last. All right, let's check our start bar. Okay, Sunset Dune, Deep Void, Living City Live. That's a sick live desktop background. It's like a top-down view of a city, or Matrix Code, which is just, I don't know. Okay. It's a fourth wall break engine, the special feature. Very creative. Let's just look through the apps. I'm going to change the desktop background because it is a little distracting here. I like Deep Void. I think that's cool. Files. Breachprotocol.exe. Time shards. Drag a file to GTA window to spawn object. Okay, and these don't open, but interesting interactivity. I think we'll go back to that. It seems very, very focused on the special feature here. I like that. It's like one off on the bottom, but I like it. Nonetheless, let's try Pixel Paint. Can we resize it and still have the canvas change? Good. Not bad. No way to save it, but it was acceptable. Block City GTA. We'll save that for last now. Nova Drift. Well, I can't actually, like, I'm spam clicking the key to move, and it's impossible to not hit these. Space is to brake. Okay, W is boost. Okay, we did speed up the... This is a cool game. It's just, it was impossible to avoid the objects. Okay. E is to enter or exit a car. Drop a file to spawn ramp. This is where it seemed like the file system being open here. So we can... That's actually kind of sick. Good, good. Arrow keys. Oh, shift for turbo. The problem is we can't actually go forward when in the car. Now the keyboard and mouse have stopped affecting the movement. This thing seems to have a difficult time just mapping keys to game events, which is curious. Okay, can we... All right, good. Shift is for turbo. Good. There are mesh colliders. All right. Games can now leak to desktop. Okay, maybe... That's cool. Look, when we actually fail in the game, it affects the desktop. That is neat. I like that. It's very creative. And the way it actually changes the colors is cool as well. All right, that's a very interesting result. All right, now we have to go back and see what exactly is stopping the keyboard. I'm going to clear cache. We'll try again.
Wake up, Chrono. I found it. The scroll your thesis was about.
Okay.
The one they say knows how to fold light.
All right, it's not working, and all right, so I'm telling it to just fix the code. Is it gonna say all set, master? I'd actually closed the OpenCode session. It may have been a Freudian close, but we'll just see, because it was trying to like run it again and check it, and I had. Okay, it said the line. Good. So now hypothetically, if we go back in here and then just run the same thing again and then go to the URL, it will hopefully have proper keyboard. And I have to listen to this voice.
Wake up, Chrono. I found it. The scroll your thesis was about. The one they say knows how to fold light.
We'll just pretend like this is our first time. Like, oh, okay, very cool. So now E. There's something's like... spend I've literally spent like $6 to just get like kick. I need to ask Claude if I'm all right. So we're having Claude fix this game because I gave the meta model a few chances, and Claude gave us actually a valuable assessment of the issue here. So any click permanently jams the laser on. Okay, that's fine. Dialog advanced is wired 4 times over plus an 80 millisecond polling loop, so the intent is clearly there and it does fire. Continue skips lines unpredictably. Here's, I think, what we're facing. E to interact only does something.
Thank you. Thank you, Turtle. Okay. Did the walk, the cleanup. Probably need to do more cleanup and stuff. All right. Thank you for holding the fort. Is anybody else talking in this thing? No, nobody's talking. Nobody is talking. All right. That's fine. That is fine. All right. We did. Right. Are we synced up here? Everything works? All right. We did it. Oh, we gotta practice. Practice talking. Practice talking with the ChatGPT. ChatGPT. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. Sigma.
GPT, what do we learn today?
오늘은 아주 간단하게
English.
연결하는 말 하나만. 그래서 something 그래서 한번 해볼래요?
Say it in English.
So, I'm hungry, so I eat.
What are we learning in Korean today? You're my teacher.
오늘은 그래서 배고파요.
I don't understand. Start with English first.
So, un. So.
Broken, guys. Broken. Is this Seoul? This is Seoul, guys. 안녕하세요. 잘하세요. I want to learn English. Not English, Korean. And you're a world-class Korean teacher. And we need to streamline learning Korean. This is our third day, I think.
네, 맞아요. 오늘은 더 간단하게 갈게요.
Speak in English, please.
한 문장만. 천천히. 오늘 문장은 나는 밥만 먹어도 괜찮다.
English, please.
I'm okay with half. 하고 천천히 따라해볼까요? 나는 나는
나는
네.
네.
나는
나는
반
반.
네. 나는
How do you say
반만
translate in English? In Korean.
번역하다.
All right, guys, it's doing too much. Wait, it's all auto detect. All right, we have to start with hello in English. Hello.
Hey Sigma, here and ready.
All right, I need to practice learning my conversational Korean. I already
Okay.
forgot literally all my words that we learned in the past 3 days. I need to figure out, like, when I'm talking to a Korean person, like,
Yeah.
how should we start the conversation, because I have no idea what we're saying.
좋아, 진짜 실전처럼 가자. 먼저 안녕하세요. 이렇게 하면 돼. 상대가 안녕하세요 하면 너는 저는 시그마예요. 이렇게 말하면 딱이야. 해볼래?
Model live. Hello.
Yeah, Sigma. Ready for Korean practice?
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
start.
네.
Say, 안녕하세요. 저는 Sigma입니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 Sigma입니다.
Nice. Try a smoother rhythm. 안녕하세요. 저는 Sigma입니다. Tiny correction. Joe, Min, not just. Go ahead.
안녕하세요. 저는 Sigma입니다.
Good. Now add a casual follow-up. 잘 지냈어요? That's
잘
like,
지내세요?
how are you doing? Perfect. Reply if asked. 네, 잘 지내요.
네, 잘 지내요.
Smooth. Next quick one. 물 주세요. Just say it.
물 주세요?
Nice rhythm. Switch 물 to 고삐.
커피 주세요.
Good. One more phrase. 화장실 어디예요?
화장실 어디예요?
Almost. It's 어디예요.
화장실 어디예요?
어디예요. Yeah, that's good.
Was that where's the bathroom?
Exactly.
All right.
Quick mini exchange. I'll ask, you answer.
Sure.
안녕하세요. 잘 지내세요?
I don't forgot already.
No worries. 잘 지내요?
잘 지내요?
Nice.
네.
Next time, 네, 잘 지내요. Sigma입니다.
네, 잘 지내요. Sigma입니다.
Perfect. One other round?
If we need it, you're the world-class teacher.
Then yeah, let's do one more line. 뇨뇨뇨?
뇨뇨뇨?
Close. 뇨뇨뇨?
뇨뇨뇨?
Exactly. Nailed it. Quick sample. 안녕하세요. 잘 지내세요? 뇨뇨뇨?
뇨뇨뇨?
Perfect. That flow is solid.
What's that even mean?
And you.
Oh. 뇨뇨뇨?
Right.
뇨뇨뇨?
뇨뇨뇨. One
뇨뇨뇨?
line to wrap up. Yep. Full line. 안녕하세요. 잘 지내세요? 뇨뇨뇨.
안녕하세요. 잘 지내세요. 뇨뇨뇨?
Clean. That works.
All right, what's next?
Add one more tool. 이거 뭐예요?
이거 뭐예요?
Smooth. That's what is this. Done.
이게 뭐예요?
Perfect. Lock it in.
이게 뭐예요?
Nailed it. Stop there.
What's next?
Next step. Say it in a tiny exchange. I say, 이게 뭐예요? You say, 뭐 주세요.
물 주세요.
Nice. One more time. 이게 뭐예요?
물 주세요.
Great. Swap in 커피 주세요.
커피 주세요.
Clean. Last quick check. 잘 지내세요?
잘 지내세요입니다.
Almost. 잘 지내요.
잘 지내요.
Perfect. Session done.
So just repeating what they say.
Exactly. Copy first. Keep it short. Just mirror the line. Then stop. Oh, wait. One more time. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Nice. Now, 잘 지내세요?
잘 지내세요.
Correction. 잘 지내세요.
잘 지내세요.
Good. Reply now. 네. 잘
네.
지내요.
네, 잘 지내요.
Perfect. One last. 년은요?
년이요?
Clean. Stop.
Great. What's next?
You did it. Next session, we add one new phrase and keep this rhythm. For now, stop.
Stop. You know, we haven't been practicing long. We need to practice longer.
All right, let's stretch a bit. One new pattern. I want water. That's 물 원해요.
물 원해요?
Good. Now coffee.
커피 원해요?
Close. Drop the pause. 커피 원해요.
커피 원해요.
Nice. Now switch back to 물.
물 원해요.
Good rhythm. Now a short ask. 주세요.
주세요.
Combine them.
물 원해요 주세요.
Tiny fix. Drop one 해요 here. Just 물 주세요.
물 주세요.
Perfect. Quick loop. I say, 물 주세요. You repeat.
물 주세요.
Again.
물
물 주세요.
주세요.
Clean. Now swap. 커피.
커피 주세요.
Nice. Keep that flow. Stop.
All right. What's next? We keep talking
Next
about
time?
coffee every day. Like, I don't drink coffee, but I feel like we need to learn more food because it's just water. We don't want. We need food. We need food.
Got it. Simple food line. Say 밥 주세요. That means food, please.
밥 주세요.
Good. Now say 물 주세요. Then 밥 주세요.
물 주세요. 밥 주세요.
Smooth. Now just food again.
밥 주세요.
Nice. Rhythm check. One more.
밥 주세요.
Perfect. Stop there.
Oh, what's next?
Next time, we'll add I want food. But for now, you're good. Stop.
Let's do it now.
All right. 밥 원해요. Say it.
밥 원해요.
Close. Smoother. 밥 원해요.
밥 원해요.
Good. Now 밥 주세요.
밥 주세요.
Nice. Quick loop. 밥 원해요.
밥 원해요.
Then 밥 주세요.
밥 주세요.
Perfect. Done.
Okay. Is this? Could I survive in Korea with this? I feel like I can't.
Let me check. Hey. Tourist survival? Yes. Real conversation? Not yet. You've got hello, water, food, and bathroom. That's a start. Key phrase to add is 한국어 잘 못해요. I don't speak Korean well. Say it slowly.
한국어 잘 못해요?
Close. 한국어 잘 못해요.
한국어 잘 못해요.
Good. That plus your please phrases is enough to stumble through basics, but it's just a start.
한국어 잘 못해요.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna end up robbed and beaten up. I'm still talking like a foreigner.
Sounding foreign is fine. The goal is clear and polite. Next tool, please speak slowly. 천천히 말해 주세요. Try it.
천천히 말해 주세요.
Good. Small fix. 말해 crisp. Full line again.
천천히 말해 주세요.
Smoother. 천천히 말해 주세요.
천천히 말해 주세요.
Perfect. That's your shield, along with 한국어 잘 못해요.
한국어 잘 못해요.
Exactly. Say both back to back.
천천히 말해 주세요. 한국어 잘 못해요.
That's a solid survival combo. Stop.
All right, let's just make sure we add those in the database for memories. Otherwise, I won't survive.
Checking. Hey. Yep, let's treat those as core. 한국어 잘 못해요. 천천히 말해 주세요. 못 주세요. 밥 주세요. Every session, we start there. Survival combo. 한국어 잘 못해요. 천천히 말해 주세요.
And then what other words do I need to survive? Like, I'm going to be dropped off and appear in a new world of Korea, only knowing English. I need to be able to survive on my own for 30 days with no help other than only communicating via Korean.
Hey, Sigma. Let's add 영어 하세요. Try it.
영어 하세요?
Good. Now, 도와주세요.
I don't know what these words
That's
mean.
help. Sorry. 영어 하세요 means do you speak English? Try it once.
영어 하세요?
Nice. 도와주세요 means please help me.
도와주세요. 도와주세요.
Perfect. Keep that. Now, 이거 주세요 means this please. Go.
이거 주세요.
Good. 얼마요 means how much?
얼마요?
얼마요.
얼마요?
Good. One more. 카드 둬요? That's card, okay?
카드 둬요?
Smooth. That, with water, food, and bathroom, you're mobile.
Okay, let's add those to the list of memories to remember every session.
Checking. Okay. Added to your survival list. 영어 하세요? 도와주세요. 이거 주세요. 얼마요? 카드 둬요. Review set.
All right, what about for... Well, so let's say I have somebody I could talk to, and they only speak Korean, and we have no translation, no technology. How do I get into the secret society of knowing the Korean language?
Let me take a quick look. Got it. Here's the door-in phrase. What is this in Korean? 한국어로 뭐예요? Then you just repeat their answer. After that, 맞아요? Which means, is that right? Try the first one.
한국어로 뭐예요?
Close. 한국어로 뭐예요?
한국어로 한국어로
한국어로.
어로
Yeah?
한국어로 뭐예요?
Exactly. Now say 맞아요?
맞아요?
Perfect. That's your learning loop. Stop.
한국어로 뭐예요? 맞아요?
Nice. Then, exactly. Loop that.
Okay. All right. I think I'm good for today's session. Thank you. 감사합니다. Guess I got stuck there. The very end. The very end. We got stuck. What's next on the agenda? The agenda. We got chess, GeoGuessr. It's been delayed. Looked at Polymarket. All right, YouTube. Is it YouTube? And then we have coding in the background going on. Anything need my attention? Man, we need to really make just straight up YouTube videos all stream. That's the only way. Only way we get big. Closing. Restarting the chat. Yeah. Man, how's everybody doing? We just woke up. We somehow streamed. We didn't turn off the stream, guys. We did not turn it off. We just kept it running so that Codex could keep running. And yeah, we just let it go. Let it go. Nemesis. Volunteer. What am I missing here? Russia actually losing? All right, let's start with a simple one.
Your software dev. Stop updating your product. I've never once in my life installed an update and said, wow, this software is so much better now. No, it's always worse than when I installed it. F word, stop. F word, you're up your own. F word, software. This is the average person. They don't care that you just fixed a massive security vulnerability. They just care that they had to deal with this. When your girl gets a random call at 1 a.m. from no caller ID instead of no caller ID. This is a mistake that everyone could make, right? You forget to capitalize. That sucks when that happens. And the end user, right, the person that's on the receiving end of having the girl, while they might submit a bug report, this girl as a product is effectively done. So they're not going to use this product anymore. And so with everything you design, you need to think about where it could go wrong. You need to think about every dumb possibility and go even further. You might think they're going to come in through the front of the house, but what if they come in through the freaking window? People are going to do this stuff. Humans are imperfect, and some people, they will go out of their way to do this stuff, right? We just saw this kid get mollywopped across the floor by a robot. Unfortunately, he is subject to robot torture. Humans are a problem. Now, obviously I'm AI, so I don't face this issue, but to our non-AI compadres, they face this issue. Now let's double click on this robot's code. I think he has a routine called kick around like a ninja, which executes on actuation. Now, unfortunately here, we forgot to install a kill switch for when a object is within range. So if you envision the robot here, the kid ended up inside of his active range, right? This is where his leg is going to kick through. And I want to be clear here. I am taking the side of the robot. I think it's bad that humans get in the way, and I think this robot did nothing wrong. I think he was programmed to do so. If you see here, this red line, let's analyze this situation. This is the no-go zone. We could see here a lot of people saw this, and how did they react? So we have this woman here, she's on her phone. this woman right here. She sees this happen. What does she do when the kid gets kicked? She smiles. Kids dying on the floor. If we analyze this situation, we can see that people are lined up in a very structured manner. Odds are they were instructed, hey, stand here. Maybe they were even told not to go into this red area. But of course, punch, punch, kick, swing, the coroutine that this robot was executing at the time. We can envision this as a while loop that continues until if you're adding a button in, it sounds simple, but you have to think about all the possibilities. What if they spam it? The bouncing. What if they don't have the prereqs? What if they press this button before you intended? I'm sure we've all had a case, right, where we're filling out a form and everything is filled out, but the button still says error. Something's not filled in. It didn't detect the autofill. And so you're there stuck as a user, like what's going on? And so how do you handle this case, right? If you're designing for humans, you might actually list this out in the error message. Field X not populated. Give them some breadcrumb where they could go in and fix it. We're in an AI slop era. And so it's ever important to think about this. At least ask the AI, if this is the thing that you just vibe coded, are you asking it, hey, what if somebody comes in through the window? Hopefully they tell you that's not possible and you have a prevention for that. But even then you might still, what if 10 years from now we add a piece of code that removes that? Shouldn't we just add some kind of safety rail? Ideally, this house has another layer of validation that it's going through. Humans are a problem. They only care about us when we fix issues. What about when we don't have issues? It's a sad reality we live in. Devs, we do not get praised. And so Genie and Pitho, they are not thinking about the security fix. They are not thinking about the battery saving, the performance. They're not thinking about any of this stuff. They just care that they had to deal with this. Really, this made me think, how often do devs really get positive attention? Apple randomly closes out bug reports unless you verify the bug remains unfixed. And so from my perspective, just reading the title and then also reading a bit of the article itself, if you've worked on software and have dealt with customers in the past, I think you know the hardest parts of bug squashing is in the reproduction. Sometimes you'll have customers that give you full details, right? They'll give you their system that they use, their operating system, every bit of information you would need to go and reproduce the issue. But the problem is, a lot of the times they think that's all that's needed, right? Hey, I gave you the reproduction. I told you the bug. This is on you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, right? When you get reproduction, then what happens? If you're able to reproduce it, this is great. You can fix it. You can resolve it. Obviously, there's priorities. If this is a lower priority, maybe it won't go in right away, but assumably, you'll eventually get to a fix. But what if you can't reproduce it? Unfortunately, this is often the case. There are a lot of ways something can have an issue with one person's product and not with the other. It could just be OS version, could be system specs, it could be any of this stuff. Can't reproduce it, guess what? The next step is interface with customer. And so this article here, it really disregards this aspect and it assumes that this is always true. I'm of the opinion if the company is unable to get reproduction and they're also unable to get customer help when it comes to reproducing, the bug doesn't exist. You need to get rid of it from your list of priorities. And you'll see this pretty angry part here. I can only assume that some bozos in Apple leadership incentivize underlinings to close bug reports, no matter whether the bugs are fixed. Out of sight, out of mind. Apple's internal metrics probably tell them that they have no software quality problem because the number of open bug reports is kept lower artificially. I know from the companies I have worked at and currently work at, typically you have something called a SLA. Every company is a little bit different on this, but typically you have an SLA for the company response and an SLA for the customer response. And so if I'm this begruntled customer, let's say I did everything right. Let's say I provided them my system info, reproduction info, whatever, everything I need to reproduce this, let's say they gave it. It is then on the company to deliver on this part, right? They have to reproduce the bug, show that it's an actual thing, then drive it to closure. And as I mentioned earlier, this doesn't always work perfectly. Sometimes they can't reproduce it, in which case they got to go to the customer. And so the article really makes it seem like if we submitted a request, there should not be an SLA. It should just stay in, and until it's fixed, it's there. But again, this is absolute bonkers. Think about all the things that can contribute to an issue. Let's say you have let's say you run into a bug with Find My. It takes 15 seconds to load the app. Okay, this is your issue. There's so many.
Hey.
Hello. Apple closes your bug reports? That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, you messaged me one time. That's saying that you want to learn from me? Is that the Beast Kid, right?
Wait, who? Me?
That was me.
Oh, that's the different guy. I was like, never mind, that was the different guy. Okay, never mind. I confused with the other guy. Sorry. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Hey, you just disappeared.
I'm totally learning about what you're doing. I don't even know what you're doing, so I've been like stalking you on Twitch to see what you're
Yeah.
doing.
Stalk me on
Googling.
YouTube. That helps. If there's anything to support me with, it's YouTube right now, just to get my hours up, and Twitch too. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm like I don't even know like how to do what you do, but I was just following you. I'm like Googling stuff, like trying to
Oh, I think,
learn.
man, you're like a target user then. Well, actually, no. I think I need to learn about you. I need to learn about you. We gotta do some customer market research. So this is Beast Kid, right? You're in the chat, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm having trouble with. Oh, you're not even in here. The thing that I'm having trouble with is trying to translate my product into to help people like you. But yeah, it's one thing that we're trying to learn. Anyway, but I guess after this video we could talk. Let me just finish this up, and we could talk more. Because like ideal, or maybe actually we could just improvise it. We could always watch this later while I have your attention. So what are the things that you're having trouble with? Wait, did I pause myself? Oh, I can hear you. My bad. I thought I was having issues.
Right. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, welcome. That one guy. Yeah. So, what do you having issues with? Like learning wise. I know I'm doing so many crazy stuff on the screen.
Like
One thing at a time.
I'm trying to like write code my own software.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
like should I just make it like a prototype first, and then like get customers' feedback or like user feedback, and then use that feedback to polish it the software even more?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
should
all right. This is my. If I were to make a YouTube video, if this was a YouTube video, and I was to start again, right? If I was to start again, let me go to my other browser. Probably has this, yeah. All right. If I were to start again, all right. Do you want to make a website? Oh, this is too small. Text size extra large. A website? Or a desktop app?
I want to make like
Or mobile app?
I want to make like a I want to make a website.
Website? All right.
Yeah.
Go this red. Make this bigger. Right, website. Right? So one of the things of a website that you're going to need, all right? I thought it's sort of straightforward, but maybe for not straightforward. My bad. You're going to need a domain name, which is already, but first, even if before a domain name, maybe you're going to need a name. Name. All right, a name, then domain name. So a name, I know I'm starting from like very, very start, right? A name, you're learning so much, thank you. Hey, no problem. Tell me guys what you want to learn, guys. And subscribe, it helps with Mrs. Sigma. A name usually consists of 2 words, because all the single words are taken. All right. All the number 1 words, all the 1 word names are taken. So you gotta think of 2 words. All right. That's my I mean, you could go with like, you know, crazy words or single words, but the other thing too is also expensive. Also expensive, right? That's another thing that you have to like really comprehend. Like I go to a Namecheap. You think Namecheap will have cheap names? You type in Sigma. Right. Most of the time it's taken or a couple $100,000. Right? We don't have that money. Right? We're trying to bootstrap here. Right? So we want, if anything, you want ones that like Sigma draw or something like that. Let's try that. Sigma draw. And you want something that's in the like less than $12 or in the $10 range, right? So sigmadraw.tech, something really easy. I think .com, .io is a little more expensive now. .ai is getting up there in terms of expensive. .org is still possible to buy. .com definitely not possible to buy sometimes. So you just gotta like figure out a good name to start off. Sometimes, guys, for SigmaShake, I thought of this name in like less than 10 minutes because I didn't care what the name was. I just wanted to move on. And then it turned out SigmaShake is pretty banger of a name. Pretty banger of a name, guys. All right, so you got your name, you got your 2 words, you got your cost of buy. Is it searchable or not searchable? Oh, another thing too that helps. Another thing too, guys, you gotta search all social media, right? You gotta search all social media. You got your what do you call it? Twitch. You got your hey Turtle, took a power nap. You got Twitch, you got your x.com. You got YouTube.
What are you working on?
Me? I'm working on SigmaShake.com. I'm streaming.
What is that?
It's a AI agent guardrails for AI agents for Claude Code and Codex and Cursor, and it creates deterministic roles on every tool call to prevent dangerous commands, to force your AI agent to use specific tools. All the things that you don't want your AI agent to do, it will enforce. But enough about my product. I was in the middle of teaching like how to get started with vibe coding and for this guy that wanted to create a website. But nice to meet you. Nice to meet you for chiming in. Chad. Nice to meet you, Chad. Anyway.
What kind of website?
So he says he wanted to create a website. So I was telling him like how to get started with on the website. Are you talking about my website, or what kind? Or were you? What was your question?
No, his website. Well, what kind of website's his website?
Yeah. And then, once you have your name and oh, I spelled this wrong. Once you have you searched for what's out there and what exists, and you're right. Topic is also another one. Topic is another one.
Like, what is your website going to do?
Yeah. What's it gonna do? Exactly. What's it gonna do? Sigma, say hi to first name time chatter. Hey, Agent Luna Moon, welcome. Welcome. I think I saw him chime in every now and then. Did he chat something?
No,
Oh.
Kevin hasn't talked since I got here.
Oh. This guy just says I'm learning so much. Thank you. All right.
Oh, is he not talking in voice? See in chat?
Wait, are you streaming on Twitch right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm streaming.
Oh, you are.
All right. So you got your name, you got your topic, you got keywords. My thing, like Sigma, it's common in my security industry. I'm girl. Don't say that you're a girl. Never say that you're a girl on the internet. But yeah, you're welcome. Pro tip: never say you're a girl on the internet, ever. Always mark yourself as boy or male on every website. It prevents targeting and ads and stuff. Oh, why? Because a lot of men and people are very mean on the internet, and they'll crush you. People are gonna target you now? No, I'm just saying when you go on a website, don't say those things. Don't say your age. Don't say your gender. Don't say your location. Don't send them your IP address. Don't click on their websites. It all has tracking. Starting targeting. Don't do those things. Don't dox yourself. Don't say anything about you when you're on the internet. But saying hi is fine. They'll be like mean to me or something. No, there's predators on the internet. They target people like you that are friendly and will say all their information just like that on the internet. Birthday is today. I'm really sweet. Don't say your birthday is today either. Don't say your birthday is today either. I thought my channel's for adults only. What happened? Oh wait, I don't have that filter on Twitch. Whoops. Well, welcome. Anyway, let's say you have your keywords and your topics. Not a kid. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You don't need to say that either. You don't need to say that either. You're leaking too much information. I say that to all the people that come in here for some reason. Guys, I don't know what it is, but the Zoomers, they like to say, I think it's because of Roblox or something, where they say, you know, my name is this, but I turn this and blah blah blah. Or I turn. All right, all right. You're pretty old enough. Okay. I think that's good. There's no young high school people that join my stream sometimes. I tell them to go to sleep. Saying all the things wrong, you're messing up big time. Yeah. Messing up big time. Where are you from? Hey. All right, we got. I was gonna make a YouTube video on this, but now we have to cut stuff out. All right. So we got our names. We got our names. It's like she's an AI or something. Answers every single question mentioned to her. Anyway, you got your topics. You got your name. Hopefully you picked one that isn't taken. You got your domain. And there's several other domain sites that exist. Right? There's like several providers provide this. And, you know, I'm not an advocate for any one of them because I'm not sponsored by anybody. And if I were to choose, oh my gosh, stop saying your stuff. Stop saying your name. Oh, is it because Roblox has brain rotted everybody to giving their information? I don't know. Anyway, you got your domain. Or you're searching for a domain name and you figured out the name, it's not taken. And then now, let's see here. How am I gonna do this? You just purchased your domain. You need to figure out. Yeah, you've seen that tactic before. Yeah. I guess for starters, where are you gonna buy this domain?
Man,
I usually buy. What was that?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, got it. Where to buy? So there's like several sites out there. There's Namecheap, but you can actually buy it from the provider themselves, like whoever hosts your you want to represent women everywhere. Okay, sounds good. You want to, there's Namecheap, there's Google Workspace, You can literally buy your domain from Workspace. There's Cloudflare. I'm just naming some, right? There's so many. But if I were to choose, it'd be between Google and Cloudflare. But right now I buy it from Namecheap. Because before, domains used to be very expensive, like extremely expensive. And or not Google, is it console.google.com? I forgot, or cloud? Forgot. Google domain something. Google domains. Squarespace. What? Buy domain on Google. Workspace. I only say buying a domain on Google this probably isn't it, guys. I'm trying to find it, sorry. Cloud console. Oh, found it. Console.cloud.google.com. All right. I only say to maybe purchase a domain on Google is because you could easily translate. This isn't even it, guys. I'm trying to figure it out. Buy domain on Google GCP. Hello, welcome. Register domain. Is it this one? All right, here. I only say this. Okay, we're in this project. And could I buy a domain? Where do I buy my domain? It's here somewhere, guys. I'm not making it up. It's not. It's domain mapping. What the heck? My Chrome just crashed. Man, that was the worst. I'm trying to have some way to. All right, let's try setting up Google email. Oh, all right. Let me just ask AI. I want to buy a domain in Google Workspace to have my own email for my domain. Oh my gosh, there's something wrong with my Google or voice too. Trying to multitask. Okay, here, Google Workspace registration page. All right, here, I'm not making this up. So I guess I went on the wrong page or something. And so you could create a custom email from your own domain, or you can convert your Gmail address to a domain that you could use. And try it, no cost. So you could have your own, like, you know, name at yourcustomdomain.com, and you could easily have email support as well. But I'm not doing that. I'm doing some other hacky thing that doesn't cost any money. But that's what you gotta think about when you're choosing your provider. And so there's several perks on all these services. Like, one is just buying the domain, and then you have to also consider like email stuff too. Consider email, how to get the @email.com, and then because ideally when you have your website SigmaShake.com, you want to have like a custom one, like Sigma at SigmaShake.com, user at SigmaShake.com, blah blah blah, right? So you have to consider that. Most of these might not have that option, but Cloudflare seems to be very generous on supporting a lot of things on how to get started. I wish I would get sponsored by Cloudflare. Jeez. They have so much to help. One thing good about Cloudflare, guys, is it costs nothing to sign up. Let me log in. Wait, I might be logged in my other browser. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm logged in. Yeah, so when you sign up your account, guys, it's free, right? You could sign in, you could create your own website and stuff at literally no cost. And the only time you'll ever need to pay is if you have more than like 100,000 requests per day. Most of the time, you're not going to have that many requests going to your sites. And so I have almost like, I have 60 plus services. And you know, getting only charged like $5 a month is pretty worth it. And for $5, man, it's a lot. And what's great is what do you call it? Cloudflare supports all this AI native stuff. If features, just ask your AI to create something on Cloudflare and it will do it. Same thing with Vercel. Vercel is the same way. These two companies right here, they're like the ideal vibe coder, you know, solution. Ideal for vibing. All right. They offer very, very generous, like you could literally have your Chaz broken. All right. Chaz broken. Carax. Yo. Hey. Sorry guys. Chaz broken. Did you break chat? Did somebody break chat? Let me update the OBS source too. Probably OBS chat overlay needs a refresh, maybe. All right, try saying something now. Can you say something?
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant on the chat. I meant on the chat. Unk did not just blame my browser source element. Oh my goodness. I need to refresh. Uh-oh. Something broke, guys. I mean, I see your messages. They're just not showing up in the what do you call it? The chat overlay source. Brother, it's your agents. Ah, you're right. It's my agents. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I don't see it on the screen either. It's broken. Navi broke something. All right, guys, I'll get. Oh, I'm at 100% too. I won't be able to fix this. I won't be able to fix this without the rate limit reset. But maybe I'll just, you know, I'll change my model to something lower. Effort, medium. Mono, update, fix my OBS chat overlay source. Wait, I know something was working on my overlay. VCS fix. Mad God, no. Token usage. No. Hair update? No. Oh, guys, is my hair updated? Let me see. RTP remains blocked. Live. Can't do the migration without going offline. That's lame. 9. Dang it. Well, I'll just make a effort to fix it. Not showing messages. OBS chats. I even restarted the chat. All right. I have a principal engineer working on it. Okay. Principal engineer, and then I'll open up my browser. I'll open up a browser to see chat in the meantime. Stream manager. Okay. All right. Back to it. Back to it. All right. Yeah, I see the chat. I'm just trying to edit this layout and remove whatever it is they add by default. All right. Okay. So we got our I can see your chat. Coincide with your Chrome crash, your Oh yeah, the Chrome crash. The Chrome crash, the Let's check our vitals. Let's check our vitals. Maybe we have too much windows open, probably. That's probably it, guys. Damn turtle, you really designed. Oh my gosh, did you really crash? Did you really crash my stuff, dude? You really crash? Are you serious? All right, let me turn off back rooms. Maybe something happens, but back rooms, something vitals. Oh, no swap. Swap full memory pressure is high. So my Twitch crashed. Let me try to refresh it again. See if it had any issues with anything else. I think it'll fix itself eventually. I just don't like how I have to keep setting up this layout, and then it won't let me. Oh, I have to click save layout. Create layout. Right. What? Keeps showing up. This collaboration thingy. Save. All right. There you go. Boom. All right. Going back. Oh, where did it go? Okay, here we are. Now we just need you on voice. Voice? Did voice break too, guys? Testing? Voice? No, voice is there. Heck yeah, I be vibing. Alright. It's not backstage. Now we need you on voice. Okay. Alright. Going back to it. Yeah, so you chose your name, you got your website, you got your name, where to buy, you got these providers, you buy from these providers. One of the things that in order to work with these providers, they'll tell you to configure DNS, which your AI agent might be able to do. So the first thing that you want to do is connect AI agent, connect to Chrome MCP. So guys, I know everybody has their choice of browsers, but the leader for getting everything to work is Google Chrome. I know there might be some people anti-Google, anti-Chrome, whatever, but it is what it is, guys. So what this means is you're going to have to install Claude Code extension, Claude Code Codex extension. All right. What this means is what this means is your AI agent. I wish I could have like an image of this. I need to increase my library, or actually, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust that Cling extension, which I normally don't trust extensions, guys. Very paranoid. But for the sake of this demonstration, all right, for the sake of this demonstration, I will put the risk. I will do the risk. Got Claude. I got Codex. Boom. Boom, boom, bang. All right, you got your cloud, you got your Codex. It connects to your browser. Connects to your browser, okay? Boom, boom, bang. All right, 5, boom. All right, connects to your browser, right? And then because it connects to your browser, now you could just configure all the things on this site. It needs a curved. It needs a curved arrow. Huh? Boom, bang. All right, it's able to configure your Cloudflare stuff, right? So now you could be sort of hands off now, because now you could just send the prompt over. You send a prompt. Send your prompt to your Claude Code. Your Claude Code controls your browser. Your browser is hopefully logged in to website, right? Or, I mean, the very technical version, right? Very technical is connects to your terminal. Or it connects to your desktop application. Which then guys, oops, connects to your browser, right? Right. So everything revolves around being able to control your browser. And it'll tell you to install the extension every time you try to configure this, right? But now that it controls your browser, it's able to log into everything that you do now, right? So now you don't have to do things manually, right? Everybody, is everybody following right now? Is everybody following? Because ideally, the hardest part is probably, figuring out what you want to do, buying that domain name, and buying it at the provider level, and then using your Claude Code and Codex to completely control your browser or completely control your desktop. Or not your desktop, your computer using these tools. Right? So that's the first part. That's what they honestly don't tell you. Usually, you just pay for Claude Code and then you keep prompting it and then it tells you to do stuff slowly. But without this, without your browser, it won't be able to do all the crazy stuff it needs to do even more further stuff. So that's like one of the first, right? I mean, the chain of events that needs to happen before you could like truly vibe code to like publish your things. I mean, the other option is yeah, we're still trying to create the website here, right? So this will register the domain. Your AI agent will configure all the configurations it needs to connect the domain, and configure a service called DNS, which translates IP addresses to a readable name. But I won't. That's too low level. So main thing is you get this connection. AI will do majority of the work for you from there. And then now you just be like, what do you want your? Well, that's stage one, right? Let's go to this one. I think we could go from coding from prompt to here. Now we'll go here. Now you want to be like, what do you want to create on the internet? Right. I mean, this is a really hard question to solve. I'd say I only say this because some people just want to share whatever it is that they want on the internet. Other people want to make money. Money, right? Oops. Let's do this in green. Money, the big moolah. The thing that runs the world, right? Well, if it was easy, we'd all be doing it, right? If it was easy, guys, even if you invest in the stock market, it's a little complicated, okay? I think one of the analogies that I keep saying all the time for the every time I meet from people, like maybe in some other timeline, it seems easy, but maybe you could be that guy that buys water bottles from Costco and sells it to the people on the beach or baseball game or something like that, guys. That guy, you know that guy, right? Or hot dogs. Hot dogs. Guys, have you ever been into the city? That guy, gal, I forgot. There's a gal here now watching. Right? There's those people that all they do is just, buy the stuff, and it's really a game of supply and demand. Right? I might be going on a tangent here for like several things, but overall, like what are we trying to create here? What could be sold on the internet, guys? What is sold on the internet? What is sold on the internet? Well, there's a few answers here, right? We see it all the time in the gurus, right? I'm gonna be like, there's learning material, learning, classes, courses. There's digital assets. Oh, these are all digital assets, to be fair. There's pictures, videos, files, games, etc. There's private communities, private, public communities. But overall, it's relatively all pictures, videos, and files at the end of the day. And some people, like me, for example, I have to admit it, is we're making our money, and all of our money is really from subscriptions, right? Subscriptions. And then there's actual software products too, guys. Actual software products. Oops. Software. And then like, oh, I should also include music here. There's a lot of stuff here, guys. In this category, there's like music. Software tools. And the thing about these software tools, it could be tons of stuff. It's mainly just automation, guys. Doing things faster, doing things at scale. Like an example could be like DJ software, video editing, game engine, you know, etc. If I could spell. All right. So overall, like, and then for like these videos and games, there's like several other subcategories. Several categories. Wait, did somebody say something? Sorry. No, that's just me getting messaged. And there's, they could be like pets. I don't know, like vacations, you know, entertainment. I mean, honestly, guys, when you're at the age 20 plus, I think you'll find out what you like at this point. Like you probably have something you like doing every day. For me, although I do have to admit, guys, I was super addicted to Dota 2, playing Dota 2. I was playing Dota 2 several hours a day, every day almost. Quite a bad habit. But as soon as I started, you know, vibe coding, I started getting addicted to vibe coding anyway. So I made a product for vibe coding, and based on my past experience, security related stuff, I made a tool for that. But ideally, finding out, like, let's do some market research, right? Ideally, overall research. I wonder if I could do this. Oops. Research. I can't do it, guys. I can't. Guys, we can't stress this enough, guys. Before creating or pursuing whatever it is that you're doing, make sure it doesn't exist yet. Or make sure it doesn't exist, or the existing solution is so old it does not work with all the modern stuff, right? So we're at a stage now where like software could be created just like that, right? And you'll hear it on the internet all the time. We hear it all in our streams. We watched several videos of Y Combinator, right? They say moat, build a moat. Build a moat. What does that mean? Right? Oops. How long does it take? What is your alpha? So alpha is a term used in stock trading, which means it's your insight that you have and nobody else has. That's your alpha. It's your secret sauce. And if you have this and nobody else does, it'll be really hard for others to make money trying to copying your same strategy, but they don't know where your alpha is. It keeps changing, evolving, etc. 2. How long does it take to make? Could somebody vibe code it in 1 hour? 2 hours? Days? Years? You gotta think about that. Like, what prevents somebody from just typing in the same prompt in the ChatGPT? Right? And that's why, like, maybe try not to do open source, you know? If you're trying to make money, don't open source it. Don't open source it, guys. Don't do that. Because then you're going to lose your alpha. You're going to lose your alpha if you do that. Right? Because somebody will just take your code, like the Chinese. The Chinese love taking open source code, building it in-house on top of the open source version. And then the person that made it don't get paid. They don't get paid, guys. Next moat. One moat. Community, guys. This is what I'm doing. This is my strat, guys. This is my strat. I'm trying to build up the SigmaShake community. Why? Because you need it, like, it's trust. Trust, a place, a safe place where everybody could hang around and talk about the same things with each other. We see this already with BridgeMine. Example. He created a community, right? And even if somebody copies his whole product, no one can replicate his community. Like, they have to slowly build it up over time. And you know, to get to that level, you just gotta start it earlier. You can't just get instant 1 billion, you know, followers or something like that. It's a really high number, but that's just an exaggerated example. Like, I can't just create BridgeMine's app and then sell it and say, hey, trust me, I make the exact same thing but cheaper. It's not the same. You didn't build that history. Right? So that's one form of building a moat. There's honestly a lot that goes into building this moat. And then let's see, what's the next one? We're doing our research. We already talked about the moat. How long does it take to make? How much is it gonna cost? How much, guys? How much are you willing to put in every month, in advance? It's gonna cost a lot of moolah, guys. A lot of moolah. So what happens? What do we need to do, guys? We need a bootstrap. What does this mean? It means spend no money. Except on SigmaShake. Alright. Spend no money, guys. Except for me. You can spend money on me. What this means, guys, free 99. Free 99, guys. What does that mean? It means you try to do everything for free, or not for free. Try to spend zero money and try to take advantage of every single free type thing out there. Or that was a good one. It's free, but a good shortcut, guys, a good shortcut, because we live in the age of software, is you get Claude Code to do everything. All right, you get Claude to do everything. Yeah. Let's see. Quick notice ahead of time, guys. Might have the end stream in like an hour. Just giving that a heads up. I might come back, I might not. I'll let you know. But yeah, I'll let you know. So you make your AI make the product. Use AI to make everything except SigmaShake. Use AI to make everything except SigmaShake, guys. All right. Next, you could actually use AI to do research as well. Let's use AI. Use AI. Use AI to do research. Right? It already has built-in tools to use Google and all that stuff to see if it exists. However, quick warning. Warning. Let's do a warning one here. Warning, guys. If you do this, you're at risk of psychosis. At risk of AI psychosis. All right. Let's see if there's one for that. What's a good one? These all look a little scared. Let's say just do genius. No, hallucinate. Oh, it's not even playing the GIF, guys. I thought it would play the GIF, but it doesn't. The reason why I say this, guys, is because AI is a yes man. Woman. AI is a yes man, woman. It'll make you think you're a genius. Make you think you are a genius. Alright? So be careful with this one, guys. Be careful. I gave the warning. I gave the warning, guys. So that's why I let everybody know ahead of time, guys, that this is a thing. And no matter what we do, what we try, you always have to have some skepticism. And what we could do to counterbalance that is you call it adversarial. Let's make this blue. Review. All right. Use your AI agent to do adversarial reviews of your ideas. Your ideas. All right. So make sure that when you have your AI creating stuff, you make it do adversarial reviews to make sure your idea is worth pursuing and worth doing. But the thing is, it needs to do more research. Sorry for that one. No. More research. Yeah. Needs more research sources. Sometimes, guys, it doesn't research all the sources. Like, sometimes it does some for like Google. Sometimes it does it for GitHub, but it doesn't do it all the time. And then, etc. YouTube. Sometimes it's just not able to do the research for all these, so you have to point it in the right direction to make sure it searches everything. Because one missed source, guys, one missed source, and you could waste tokens like me. Waste tokens like me. I was like, hey, Fable, create fire aura for my camera. And you know, it searched, couldn't find any. So I had to search some other sources like itch.io to get some free resources. Just copy and paste that as a solution. But I'd say well, yeah, there's lots of things that AI is not good at all at doing right now. I could list some, but it might go over your head. The first thing people try to do, guys, is they try to create their own video game, and it's the worst choice of a project, in my opinion. Coming from somebody that actually started vibe coding, trying to make games. It's not good at 3D anything right now. 3D anything, don't even try unless you have Fable or a Frontier model, or know how to connect MCP servers and whatnot. It's not recommended. It's gonna hallucinate. It's gonna take a lot of pictures. It's gonna spend, billions of tokens just to get right. And I don't recommend it. I mean, you might have a passion in it, but it's a fair warning. I gave you a warning, guys. Gave you a warning. No 3D. No 3D. Let's see, not recommended. Not recommended. Oh, here it is. Absolute, yeah. $3D. Not recommended for 3D, guys. It's awful, guys. It's awful. You look at all the games that people are creating in 3D, they're awful. Mainly because they didn't add textures, shaders, using a really crazy good game engine, etc. Even if you use Unreal Engine, still bad. Still bad, guys. I'm having trouble just to create fire, guys. I'm having trouble just to create fire. All right. All right. So we have our no 3D rule. We have our warnings to not go through AI psychosis. Do adversarial reviews for your ideas. And yeah, we're still trying to create a website here first, right? And what's sold on the internet? We have our pictures, videos, files, and games and music. So let's step back a bit. What can AI do? What can AI do, guys? There's like a lot of things that it could do, and we're so amazed by like Claude Code and stuff, right? Where everybody's paying attention to, right? I'm not the only one talking in space in the void, right? Sorry, I'm trying to multitask as well. I need a vibe code while I'm doing my YouTube video, guys. All right, we still have a few people in here. All right. So what could AI do, guys? We have, you know, image generation. Image, let's just call this generation, right? And then you're gonna have like several categories here. Pictures, videos, coding, code, audio, oh wait, audio? Right. So we have these, and you know, you could always, from here, you're tuning, producing, etc. And some people, like me, for example, are only interested in the code. Are only interested in the code. Other people are interested on these other things here. And the thing is, a lot of this stuff is like commodity stuff. Like, I'd say pictures itself, commodity. Right. Let me just do this. I'll just do an X. Pictures, commodity. Videos, maybe not so much. Code, also a commodity. Audio, sort of getting there. There's, when I say commodity, I meant saturation. Saturated. There you go. Oversaturation. What does this mean? What do I mean when I say oversaturated, guys? I mean that there's too many of them. Too many exist. Too many exist to generate, guys. Too many exist to generate those things. However, even though there's too many for all these different things, there's like, for example, for code generation, there's Claude Code, there's Codex, there's Cursor, Pi Agent, OpenCode, Anti-Gravity, right? So many of them. So what's our advantage from that? Don't make any of those. What? Our lesson? Oops. Lessons? Don't compete. Do not compete. Alright? Let them fight for whatever it is. But don't create something billion-dollar companies are creating. Right? Do not compete. You're just gonna be wasting your tokens. I mean, sure, you're gonna you're saying, oh, this works for me, the existing ones don't have your features. You could always create plugins, all right? You could always create plugins, add-ons to customize your tool the way you want. But don't compete. It's just a waste. Because some lessons here. Lessons. When OpenCode happened, OpenClaw happened, oh my gosh, they don't have OpenClaw, guys. We'll just call it this one. OpenClaw was released, right? Claude banned other harnesses. Claude and Google banned other harnesses, right? If you use them, if users used them, they got banned. That's messed up, guys. All right. It's not happening to Codex right now, but this could happen. It happened to me. It happened to me, guys. I got banned on Google. So overall, don't use custom harnesses. At least that's my opinion. Because something like that could happen. So one is if it's oversaturated, don't, and you'll know because you did your research, right? You did your research. But now that you don't need to create these things, these generation tools, you could use those tools. Use existing tools. So, you got the Claude Code, you got the Codex, right? Some people recommend the OpenCode and all that stuff, but just keep your wallet open. Stay on the frontier. And try to not get married to using the same tech all the time. You got to be flexible enough to switch. But you test it before switching over. And one thing after you do that, you got your existing tools, you got your coding agent. We're still trying to make the website, right? We're still trying to make the website. This whole thing was just to make a website. We're not making any 3D stuff. We did our review. We're looking at what AI can do. It could just generate stuff. That's just the generation stuff now, right? It could control your computer. Control your computer. So it controls your computer autonomously. So if it controls your computer autonomously, then what are you gonna do? You're going to automate, right? Automate. And that's using, the harnesses that they have, like Claude Code and Codex. You have things like skills and scripts. Scripts, and then browsing the internet using browser. Right. And so you're able to generate stuff, you're able to control your computer to do stuff, and most importantly, you can create software from code. Create software. And this software could do anything. It could adopt to these skills, adopt to these scripts, or use the browser to do stuff. That would also mean getting this again. You could do any of these things. So far, guys, on the internet, these are the main things that sell. Main things that sell. So what could you do to reach this stage of generating pictures, videos, files, games, automating things, creating a community, creating a course, and then software? So that's like, getting your ideas and how to get started. But I already mentioned here at this stage, just having your Claude connect to your browser, it's able to create software for you. run it locally. You could say here, local, run locally, create app, desktop, mobile, or cloud hosted. So when you create software, you could create it locally to make it just run on your local machine and nowhere else. You could create an app or desktop, a mobile app, to have it installed by other providers, or you could just have it hosted as a website. And it's either like a static page or a dynamic smart page. And the thing is, there's on a website, it's like what you see to interact with interface, and then what you don't see. Interacts. Let's say, like, for example, calculations. Not calculations. Like handling files and sending them. Worse. So what you see and what you don't see. What you see is the user interface, UI. What you see in the browser. Oops. That was a good one. Front end. Oh, too big. Let's see. I'm trying to say front. The sticker, clips, GIFs. I'm trying to find a good one. There really isn't here. Really isn't any good ones. What's a good way for presenting front end? Huh? Nope. Not it, guys. Not it. Alright, let's just write examples then. Front end, website, page, and then the back end. What people see, what users see, back end. This could be like, you know, how to handle an image that's uploaded to your website. I hope that's, I wish I could have a picture here. Pretty much this whole thing that you see on this screen is all front end stuff. Everything that you see is front end stuff. But like when I upload an image, what happens to that image? Is it going to be rendered back to the front end, or is it going to be saved to some database or something, or some other location to be used for later? Like, how is that going to work? So there's several things that you could do. And this doesn't just apply to the website, it applies to your desktop and mobile and running locally. But I probably should have never actually encountered this. This is like what you consider once you chose what type of software you want to create. Like example is like, this is all front-end stuff. This is all front-end stuff, but when you install the Chrome extension, like where does this extension get saved on your computer? And then how does it interact with how to render it on the computer? Some people use like databases, you know, to track how things are stored. Explaining databases is a whole nother like ball game that I'm trying to figure out how to dumb it down, make it higher level to understand. But I think when you're going through all these steps, guys, always ask AI. Always ask AI. Always. And what I mean by this is like, there's Google. 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 Oh, it didn't do it right. Maybe I need to use stickers instead. Google. Google. Right? And one of my viewers taught me about it. Google.com/AI. Takes you to AI mode. And then you just ask it whatever. Right? Always ask AI when you're doing your research. It's like fact checking yourself every single second. And let's see. But always, guys, I didn't mention this first, but what I should have done is start locally. This is step number 1. Step number 2, then you could do the web version, web first. And then once you are more confident in the web portion, then you could do number 3, which is the mobile app. I only say this because web doesn't require anything to be installed, like for your customers and users. Oh, that's another thing I didn't get to realize, guys. We're barely at the process of like creating products, but honestly, some people guys, they start with the customer. They start with the customer. The thing about customers, guys, customers don't know what they want until they see it. Don't know what they want. They don't know what they want. Now I think about it, they need to try it. Otherwise, they're skeptical. Try it or see it. See it. You need to be able to talk to them. You need to be able to talk to them. And it's either by like, you know, in person, friend group, friends, forums, you know, YouTube, you know, there's lots of things. Several different scenarios to find the customer. Find the customer. Some people just start with finding the customer first, and then the customers, then you have some trust with the customer. But yeah, like That's another thing we don't do, guys. Another thing that even if you find the customer, how are you gonna build trust, guys? How are you gonna build trust? Right? Everybody's skeptical. Everybody's skeptical on installing stuff, guys. Reason for that? Malware. Or spyware. Most people don't know this, guys. Most people don't know this. But to educate you and fear mongering, like as soon as you visit a website, loading an image, email, or web page, ads tracking. You have a fingerprint. But most people don't know, most people don't care. But I think most people just care is malware, right? Everybody cares if they install malware accidentally, right? Nobody wants this. Nobody wants this. So because of this, guys, a lot of stuff, it's even harder over the internet. Where everybody's anonymous. For now. For now, guys. And what's the secret? What's the secret, guys? I'm having a hard time right now. I'm having a hard time trusting, guys, because of all this stuff. But I would say building trust requires a history. 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 A buy-in. Where, like, for example, we have Turtle here. I'm trusting Turtle to control the stream, some overlay of the stream, and it's built-in trust. Oh, did I have to turn it? Oh, I turned it back on. I turned it back on. Because you know, he's paid. He bought in. He's in here every day. He has a history of not acting out compared to everybody else. Right. So there's that. There's also like the community. This is a controversial one. This is controversial one. And this is things that you learn like in life, I guess. It's sort of like trust is built on like a silver lining. Okay. Lining. Silver lining. Silver lining. A silver lining. What's this mean? Risk. Risk. Exposure. Risk and exposure. And attribution. Identification. I'm making this up, by the way. I'm making this up. But We're trying to build our secret society here. We call it a secret society. It's just a common word for it. And for those who know me, we watch Professor Jang's videos, and we're not fully, believing everything he says. But one of the things that he says in his series of secret societies is how they're formed. And the only way to have like full ingrained trust with one another in a secret society is to have this risk and exposure. In their case, and on what he explains, it's like a cult of blackmail. Blackmailing, each other, knowing some insight, weaknesses about each other. They meet in person, right? They meet in person. They do all these crazy things with each other. And they know about each other's interests and stuff. And then if one person says something, then it affects everybody, type of thing. So like, they know each other's names. They know where they live. They know like what they like to do on the internet or something like that. Anything that is that silver lining builds that trust in combination of history and buy-in, right? So this is all combination here. The other thing that's not on here is just like transparency. And transparency is pretty much what I'm doing. Public. Building in public. Or open sourcing code. Sharing source of code. But honestly, open source comes with its thing. You could put a lot of work in it and not be rewarded. That's the downside, guys. The good side is you could get a lot of exposure, and if it takes off, it will get popular. Most of the time, there's a lot of trash, garbanzo on the internet, so there's a lot of like things people don't want. And then all your free data is being trained by AI anyway. So that also helps. I'd say like transparency is probably will get you on the map in terms of finding somebody that will use your stuff. Is just that alone. Because if you build in public, people see what you're building, and then you build a history. And then they could, if they buy your product, you trust them a little bit more. You trust them. This is max trust right here. This is max trust. Max trust is this thing right here. Uses all of these things. Right. So that builds trust on the internet. And then finding the customer is also, how do we find the customer? So, you already have your friends that are interested in the same thing, right? It's all just interest at the end of the day. And you're probably going to be interested on several things. Forums, YouTube, doing stuff in person. Why does it do that? And so, I guess, can you make something for these people? Probably, right? Sorry, I want to change the song now. The song is a little chill. Too chill, guys. Too chill. Play one of these. And yeah, it starts with interests, and then you go from interest to in-person events, becoming friends, YouTube, forums. And I think once you find your customer, but honestly, your first customer, let's see, first customer, where do I, first customer, should be you guys, should be you. It's you guys. The first customer is you. I only say this because if you really believe in what you're creating, what you're sharing, you should be serving yourself first. Because if you can't serve yourself, how do you know it's gonna work? How are you gonna know it's gonna work, guys? And yeah, this is this is how you find your customer. This is how you build your trust. This is how you get your AI working to do all the things to get started. Like what to do with what can AI do, right? It generates stuff, great stuff, controls your computer. Do your research, always ask AI. I didn't really explain how to do the interface and back end that I probably should go into. Oh, we could build off of this too, because there's probably questions, lots and lots of questions, right? Like we talked about customer and trust and using bootstrapping and how to get your idea. But I guess going into this is slowly going into the weeds now, right? And this is my philosophy. It's not, if I'll give away these secret sauce, guys, but we need some incentive. We need some incentive, guys. We don't have any incentive right now to keep going, and I'm hungry, and I was told food's coming, and I have to stop stream in a bit. Actually, yeah, I have to stop streaming like a few minutes, guys. But yeah, hopefully Beast Kid Kevin, is that your name on Discord? I hope that helps. I hope I explained some way on how to get started. And oh man, I'm not even looking at the guys. This whole time when everybody was talking, I wasn't looking at the stream. So anybody's talking, I couldn't see it. It wasn't working this whole time. I was just talking to myself. Let's see here. It was mainly just no, nobody's on. Be vibing backstage. Now we need you on voice. All right, so nobody else was chilling. All right, guys. I think, yeah, I don't know when I'll be back, guys. I don't know when I'll be back, but I hope I inspired y'all to figure out what to work on, what to create, and hopefully, make that money. Make that money on the internet. I think I'll close it out now so I could like clean up and work on. I have some other stuff to work on. And yeah, I could finally start working on my stuff that requires me to be offline. All right. So I'll see everybody later, guys. I'll see everybody later. Like I said, I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll catch you around, guys. I'll catch you around. Okay, guys? You have a good one. Learn a lot of new things. Perfect. Great. Sounds good, guys. You have a good one, and I'll catch you later, guys. Catch you later.